as Barack Hussein Obama on January 20th. The middle name was all but banned during the campaign as conservatives were attacked by the left for the mere mention of it. Joining us now is a man who's at the center of the middle name controversy. He's from the big one, WLW, Cincinnati, a great American. He's here with a full report, Bill Cunningham, and Fox News contributor Bob Beckel. Bill Cunningham, God bless America.
Yes.
I'm glad you're here. How are you, my?
I tell you what, it's
Go ahead.
great night to be an American, and I love Alan Colmes tonight. I love Alan.
You've got great taste.
Why do you love Alan tonight?
I love Alan.
What is there anything?
Because
Is this like one night only, Bill?
yeah, you don't have many shows left, and I'm honored to be on one of your last ones.
Oh, it's so great to have you. I can't wait.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Let's get
careful with that.
All right. Now, Bill Cunningham. Everybody saw the tape. We won't remind everybody, but Bill Cunningham at a rally for John McCain. And you talk about Chicago and corruption and Tony Resco, and you say a number of times Barack Hussein Obama, and John McCain comes out later and apologizes, distances himself from your remarks. Now we find out that, in fact, Barack Obama says he plans to use the name Barack Hussein Obama when he's sworn in on January 20th. Does that now have you been vindicated here, and is it now acceptable?
You know, Sean, I kind of expect McCain at some point to repudiate Barack Hussein Obama, because back in February I said he was a hack from Chicago. He swam in the deep blue waters of corruption, comes out of the pool without a drop on him, and at this point maybe McCain would say that Cunningham was right and that he was wrong and that he might have won Ohio if he listened to me.
Well, certainly your audience is the biggest in Cincinnati and surrounding areas than any other radio show out there. Bob Beckel, and by the way, you're a great American, Bob.
I thank you.
But in all honesty here, anybody that used that name, they were attacked. Ann Coulter, Bill Cunningham, any radio host that used it. Even if we did a segment on it, we were attacked for saying it. Now he's going to use the name. So does that mean we could say Richard Milhous Nixon, Ronald Wilson Reagan, George Herbert Walker Bush, George W. Bush? It's now okay to say Barack Hussein Obama.
Yeah, well, first of all, to vindicate Bill, it will take many, many, many shows. But on this particular issue, if you remember when that was raised, first of all, it was McCain that made a big story out of it. It wasn't anybody else. I mean, McCain came out and made that announcement afterwards, and that got to be the news story. But beyond that, that was right about the time that all these people were sending out all these emails saying this guy was a Muslim, and on and on and on and on. As far as I'm concerned, there's nothing wrong with saying that his name is Barack Hussein Obama. It's fine.
Wait a minute. No. If it was suggested that if you said that it was mean-spirited and you were trying to unfairly attack Barack Obama, it was pretty common knowledge, and everybody was intimidated into, okay, we can't say his name, which was his actual name. You know, look, at some people, I know people that don't know their names. We know a lot of people in radio that change their names. They get an on-air handle. So if he didn't like his name, he could have changed his name. But if somebody said it, I don't see why they'd be punished, or, in the word I used the other week, excoriated for it.
Were you born Sean Hannity? That's not a handle. That's your name, right?
That's no handle. That's the real deal.
Okay, right away. I think this whole thing has much to do about nothing. He says he wants to call himself by his real name when he gets sworn as president. He ought to.
That's his name. By the way, we're missing something here, which is that when Bill Cunningham, who I'm so thrilled to see, says the name.
You guys love each other a lot, don't you?
The love, feel the love.
Here we go.
You know, when you say his name, Hussein, when Coulter says B. Hussein Obama, leaving out his first name entirely, the intent is a little different, isn't it, Bill?
It is not. My intent was to use the three names to show him respect.
Yeah.
And Alan,
that is funny.
You know, like Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Lyndon Baines Johnson. I wanted to respect him.
When conservatives would say Hussein and underscore Hussein, and Coulter, for example, wouldn't even say his first name, just go right to the Hussein. It was just to show respect and not point out that he's got a name that sounds like a guy we deposed in Iraq. There was no intent to do that, right, Bill?
I wanted deep respect, and I wanted to highlight his roots in Jakarta, Indonesia, where he was a Muslim for 4 years in 2 schools.
I see.
So I was showing
Here we go
respect
with
to
the
the
Muslim
Muslim
stuff
world.
again. It's funny how he was a Muslim in your view, and then when he's a Christian, but then he went to the wrong church. He wasn't the right kind of Christian, and all that stuff didn't matter because the American people, the public who voted for him, didn't listen to any of this hogwash, did they?
Well, Alan, your man selected Jeremiah Wright. He selected Tony Resco. He selected Hot Rod Blagojevich
they don't want to let go, do they? They can't let go of this stuff.
It's just the old record. But, you know, you wanted to show him respect, Bill. Now, Bill, I happen to personally like you, but don't, you know, who are you kidding? I'll sell you some houses in Las Vegas right now if you want to buy them. I mean, come on. You want to show him respect. You know what you were doing.
You're going to have to shovel snow because of the global warming snowstorm.
All great presidents have 3 names. I thought he might get elected. I gave him respect by Barack Hussein Obama, like Ronald Wilson Reagan. And why do you think I harbor some anti-Muslim feelings, whatever, when I'm simply showing respect to the guy that you voted for, and Alan Colmes got elected to the presidency?
You know, you could have shown respect. You could have voted for him. And hey, we'll come right back with our guest. First, let's check in with Greta Van Susteren. Greta here in 23 minutes. What's going on tonight, Greta? Good evening.
You won't believe what's going on in Florida tonight. We have all the very latest. Now, Kaylee Anthony, those are her remains that were found. We have the very latest on that. Plus, out in Chicago, wouldn't you know it, it's not just the governor who seems to have a problem, but now his brother and his wife have hired lawyers. That and much more. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thanks very much, Greta. And coming up, World Wrestling Entertainment recently took their show on the road all the way to Iraq. Superstar wrestlers Batista and Diva